Hello, it's Thursday. Hold on. Hello, it is Thursday the 6th of June 2024. I've just woke up from an unplanned nap. Or crash or whatever. And I have a burning headache. Fun. Anyways. This always kind of happens to me when I crash. I get like this burning headache. I was having burning headaches earlier, but it's worse because I've just woke up and I crashed. I was listening to music and then I just got really no energy and then I just decided to shut my eyes and then I was asleep and then I got woke up by a phone call. And now the burning headache's a bit worse, but yeah, I'm gonna have some dinner and a drink now. Fibro things or cerebral palsy, but to be honest, I think it's a fibro symptom. Who knows? Chronic pain symptom. There we go. That covers it. But yeah. It is 7 minutes past 7 and I've got burning in my hips. Not much energy. And a shiver and nausea. But I'm going to get downstairs for some food. Slowly. Hello. So I feel better after some food. Feel more awake. Got a cup of tea made. I have a plan for the evening and we're going to see how much I can do with it before my energy dips again. Do we love the fit? I do have this I'll show you guys, this butterfly t-shirt on underneath that's very cute. Okay, so my bedding has been washed, so that's got to all go back on the bed soon today before I go to sleep. My plan is to listen to music, have a cup of tea, wash my face and brush my teeth, walk the dogs, all of them, and then bath them all, and then wash myself. That's the plan, but those are all very high spoon. I'm using the spoon theory, all high energy activities that require a lot of energy and literally just crashed earlier, so I've got very unstable energy, so we shall see how much of it gets done. But definitely the bed, because that's what I've got to sleep on. My mum can help me with that, because honestly I am the worst at making beds. It's so stressful, it makes me so stressed and it's so tiring, so I asked my mum to help me with that one. So that's one that can be like help, you know. Walk the dogs, only going to do a short walk for all of them, and I can't walk them all at once because I don't have 4 arms and I'm not that strong. I've seen people with their dog walking skills where they've got like 5 dogs and I'm like, Jesus Christ, I could not. I have to walk them separate or I would literally just trip. And yeah, so I'm gonna do that. Then I'm gonna bath them all because, you know, productive, and also it's good for them to be clean. And then I'm gonna wash myself because it's good for me to be clean. So let's try and be productive and get stuff done. It's gonna require lots and lots of tea. Okay, already feeling a bit fatiguey, but like tired, but I'm gonna take it slow because clearly my body is not got that much energy today, and that's okay. We're just gonna have to be gracious with it. Sorry about the angle, but yeah, I'm gonna sort these clothes out. So socks, see what ones are mine and what ones are my sister's. That's mine. These are mine. This is mine. I'm not going to show you my underwear, but those are mine. 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 This is hers. Because I knew there was some mixed up. Mine, and then that's my work uniform, so that's mine. Yay, now the big job will be putting it in the chest. First, we are going to return this back to my sister. She wasn't in her room, so I just put it on her bed. Right. Wait. This is going to take a lot of energy, because I've got cerebral palsy, and like, that gives me, like, makes me tireder quicker, and it's a lot of lifting stuff down, so we can do this. I'm going to be gracious with myself, and I'm going to be kind to myself, and I'm going to take a lot of tea breaks, and I'm going to try and power through whilst also being nice to myself, and maybe, just maybe, it'll make me sleep better. But knowing my insomnia, that's not really a factor, because I could be completely exhausted and still not be able to sleep sometimes. So we shall see, but we're going to put these away into the chest. The chest is one of the best investments ever. Hold on, I can hear my name. False alarm, it was another sibling name. Me and my siblings sometimes have very similar sounding nicknames. So what sounded like Maddie was not Maddie. But anyways. Oh, actually, why am I putting my pyjama bottoms in the chest? I'll wear those later. Not going to put the work uniform in the chest because I'm going to be wearing that tomorrow, so that's a bit stupid. Because then I'd have to get everything out. This is my underwear. Not going to put that in the chest. Pop it up. Ayo. Okay. I'm going to put all of it in. The chest is one of the best things I ever got, honestly. Like, for my room, it keeps everything so much nicer than it would be. It doesn't clutter up like in looks as much as the rail did, and I can fit so much stuff in there. I can put stuff on top of it and under it. It's brilliant. Anyways, and then I got my little boxes. They're a bit squashed, but they do the job. You know? Doesn't have to look pretty, just does the job. And they're in grey, which is a good colour scheme. I like the fact that my room has kind of a grey colour scheme going on about it. Anyways. Whew. Ta-da! And then put the uniform on there. I did it. Right, all done. Oh, hold on, I'm going to turn the light on. I was just thinking about something I learnt in the webinar about the boom and bust cycle and how you can like go bam 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 and then just lose all your energy. But sometimes it's good for me to power through, because sometimes if I stop, like a lot of the time I will just lose all energy. Like, it's harder for me to like, do you know how sometimes people are like, oh, take breaks in between every now and then? That can be helpful, but for me sometimes if I take a break then I feel even more tired and less motivated than if I just powered through the entire thing. But at the same time, also powering through everything is exhausting. It's like such a hard balance, you know. And then with the whole spoon theory thing, it's like, well, how many spoons do I have to begin with? Like, I don't fucking know. And like sometimes my energy's so unpredictable. It's like I could think I have more spoons, for example, if we're using that theory, than I do. And then I'm like, oh, now it feels like I have none, and then oh, now it feels like I have more, and now oh, it feels like I have none, and now like my energy's so unpredictable. It's not like it just goes down and then I have to build it back up again and then it just goes down. Mine, it's like up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, to the side. Macarena, I don't know. Boop, boop, boop. It's very unpredictable. Like, I was feeling really tired and I'm getting energy back a little bit. Like, my energy is just so unpredictable. And also, like, mentally, I could be bouncing off the walls and physically I could be, like, dead. Or the other way around, I could feel more physically okay, but mentally, nah. So it's kind of hard to apply those theories. Like, the spoon theory, I'm like, what does that... I'm guessing that's, like, for physical, like, energy, right? But then it's like, that's not always the case, though. Like, your energy isn't just how much physical... like energy you have. Also mentally, maybe you feel great physically, but mentally you don't, and a lot of the time they go hand in hand, but sometimes they mismatch. So really those theories don't help in those regards, because I get the whole concept of it, but then thinking about it, it's like, okay, well, do we have mental forks and like physical spoons? That'd be quite cool, actually. Like, oh, that would actually be quite cool. Like, thinking about it, how many physical energy spoons do you have, just for an example, and then how many mental forks do you have, and like, how are they different to each other and how do they balance out? But then I struggle to define how many spoons there are, never mind adding more cutlery to the analogy, but you get what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't really put into account those physical energy and mental energy balances. Honestly, I need to just make up my own energy theory for my own needs, and I'll be good. Like, I have the whole shopping bag metaphor, but that's more to explain to people that, like, I just physically get tired faster because my body does too much energy all the time because of my tight muscles. Like, that is literally explaining that, and why it's so tiring. Like, why, for example, a 5-minute walk for me leaves me dead, but like, you're like, oh, it's only 5 minutes, but for me it was more like walking for 10 minutes, even though I only walked like 5, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, it just got me thinking about all that. I was researching for Madalada to do a video, and then I had a complete crash. I was trying to research about the link between like periods and cerebral palsy, because I was like, is there a link? And then it just came up with like puberty, which I've already gone through, so it's not that, you know? Okay, I'm gonna give it a go. I'm gonna say that physically, right now in this moment, what's the time? Hold on. Okay, at 4 minutes past 8, right now, I'm feeling okay. So, I'm gonna say I have, what? Tired, but alright. So I'm gonna say I have about 4 physical spoons, energy wise, and I have about 6 forks, because I'm like mentally, energy wise, because I'm feeling more mentally like prepared to do the tasks than physically. Physically, I am more tired. I don't know how I'm going to physically get through doing all this, but mentally, I want to do it and I'm feeling drive to do it. So I'm going to say I have 6 mental energy forks and 4 spoon energy. I think. Don't quote me on that. Everybody's different. Everyone experiences energy differently, and there's different factors to energy, which I also learned in the webinar, actually, is that there are so many different factors to your energy and how you use your energy. And there are more ways that are more draining than others, depending on the day. Like, some days, social interaction could boost your energy, and other days it could drain it. And then some days, doing academic work could drain it, and then other days it could boost it, because you feel like, hell yeah, we did this, and then you get like more energy from it, if you like more drive from it. So it really depends, but I'm gonna say 4 spoons, and I can't do the 6. Can't show you my thumb. And 6 forks. 15 minutes past 8. The plan's already falling, Jesus. My chest hurts and my back hurts. I'm just giving myself a minute. And then we shall get on. I just remembered a TikTok I saw earlier about how they're updating The Sims. If you don't update your game before the 10th, you won't be able to use it, basically. I just remembered, so I'm quickly going to do that now, because my old laptop takes 5 years to turn on. And I want to do it before I forget. Haven't turned my old laptop on in so long. Like, so long. Like, months. So, it's absolutely coated in dust. It's actually kind of grim how coated in dust this thing is. I'm sorry, laptop. You've been very, very good to me. Jesus, that's grim. I'm going to wipe that down. Let it update while I do stuff, basically. Because this one doesn't turn off and needs to be babysat. This one's always been reliable in not turning itself off. Unlike some laptops I know. My other new laptop turns itself off all the time. It's really irritating. It's my hair in my mouth. Blech. Anyways. Okay, so it's now like 43 minutes past 9. I walked the dogs. My sister helped me walk the boys because it would have been completely exhausting. So she had Rory and I had Flash, because I would have been completely exhausted if I tried to walk both of those. They were just tiring, so tiring. But walked all the dogs, so Dee Dee, Lady, Rory, Flash. So that's done. That's another thing off the list. Spoon and fork update. So I'm going to say that my physical spoons are at a 3.5 and my mental spoons are at a 4.5. 5. We're going to say 5. 3.5 for the spoons and 4.5 for the mental forks. Yeah. Never mind, we just lost the other half of the spoon we had. We're now at 3 physical spoons and 4 mental forks of energy. No, actually we're still at 4.5 for the forks. Like the mental energy. Still have the motivation to do the task. I'm just at a 3 for my spoons of physical energy. I'm so tired. But I'm gonna make a cup of tea. I'm gonna go on to some more tasks. 9:55. 2 spoons. 3 forks. Right, it's 18 minutes past 10. I'm gonna make my bed before my brother comes up to help me with the duvet cover. Because I'm terrible at duvet covers. And I'll be here ages and it'll burn a lot of my energy when he could do it in like 2 seconds. So, I'm gonna make my bed. And then he's gonna do the duvet cover. That didn't work. Getting too hot. Over here. heating. This on. This. Nice. Really want to invest in like a really fluffy throw to sleep on top of. That'd be good. And the daisy blanket. That one at the top by my head. That looks good, that looks comfy. Next, if anybody, oh by the way, it's all done minus the duvet needs its cover on, getting too hot, but if anybody has any, oh Jesus, I am boiling alive. Anybody has any suggestions about how to do the duvet cover in an effective way? I have a king duvet, because I like big duvets. They're comfy. And I want to make my bed more comfy, to be fair. I'm getting too hot. But that looks pretty nice and comfy. But I want to invest in one of those like fluffy throws. I feel like that get way too hot in the summer though. But it would be nice to sleep on. Maybe in the winter, not the summer. Especially because my room is like insulated. I'm going to take my necklace off actually, because I am gonna bath the dogs and then bath myself in a little bit. Let's just take the necklace off. But yeah, that's all done. Now all that's left is to cool down. Apparently I'm boiling. I go through moments where I just get like incredibly overheated because I'm not very good at regulating my temperature, and I get times where I'm really cold. But I'll be alright. It's just a fibro thing. But I'm actually overheating. But yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to do this bloody necklace. Ah. Done. It is 46 minutes past 10. Just came to my bedroom. Look at that. My brother did that. That looks so good. Love it. Right, spoons have gone back up, I think. We're at a 3.5 spoons and a 5 forks. Because I'm feeling quite determined now to get this done. I'm gonna grab some clothes, my moisturiser is my hairbrush. I've decided I'm gonna bath the dogs. Then I'm gonna take a shower and they're gonna dry off while I'm in the shower. Like, they're just gonna be in the bathroom with me. Then I'm gonna extra dry them again. So bath them, dry them, like towel dry them, and then take a shower and then dry them again. Make sure they're nice and alright. And then, yeah. We'll put them in the bathroom. 3 out of 4 dogs done. Lady's the last one to go. I am not filming the process because literally I would just want to get it done. And lots of praise, and they've all been very good. Lady's still last, she's the most nervous. My back is in pieces. I'm emptying the tub because it got disgusting. And then we're going to bath Lady, and then I'm going to take a shower. It is now the 7th of June, midnight. Got most of the things I wanted to do done yesterday, technically. Walked the dogs, bathed them, washed myself, bed done. Sims game is pending. Let's see what's going on with that. Still preparing game, but I made a start on it. That's not my fault. Technology's slow. YouTube video, because you guys are currently, you know, here. Yeah. Honestly. Good. Feeling good. Spoon-wise, I'm feeling nauseous physically. But my energy's gone back up a little bit. So I'm going to say I'm going to give myself 4 spoons and 5 mental forks, because I feel like they're kind of on the same similar level. I do feel nauseous though. I'm going to make a cup of tea. I get nauseous a lot though, so that's not out of the ordinary. So I'm going to make a cup of tea, and the dogs are currently drying off in the bathroom. It's warmer for them in there. So yeah, I've towel dried them and now they're just chilling. I'm going to make a cup of tea. I'm starting to get a headache actually, but I'm proud of myself. I've done a lot today. Yeah, I've done a lot today. I'm starting to feel tired again. My energy is like doing this. It does this a lot. But yeah, I'm gonna make a cup of tea. Put my spoons down to a 3. My mental forks are at a 5 still, because I still feel quite mentally like, yeah, but I feel sick. Anyways, I'm gonna make a cup of tea and hopefully get into bed soon. Hello, so it's now 31 minutes past 12. Everyone, well, the dogs are settled in the front room / kitchen because the doors are open. I'm now in my bedroom, as you can see. I haven't got work till later, thank God, so I can sleep in. Hopefully, because that was tiring. Yeah. But they're all washed, they're all clean. If you can hear barking, it's because, like, he'll settle down in a minute. But, yeah, got a cup of tea. Try and get some sleep. Spoons wise, I think physically I'm at a 2. Mentally I'm at a 3 forks. So yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna mentally 2 forks. I'm gonna try and get some rest. And yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I don't know where to end it yet, or maybe wait till the morning, so that might be interesting to see how many spoons and forks I wake up with. Yeah. Hello. Oh my god, that like fresh bedding smell. Especially my pillow. And then like obviously I've had a shower, so like I'm clean, my bed's clean and comfy. It's a very nice feeling. It is the 7th of June, about to be 2 AM. I'm gonna try and get some sleep. I was feeling like a bit of side pain and a bit like, I don't know how to describe it. It's not like cramps, it's like pressure. Yeah, like pressure, which is making me think that my period's coming soon, which is just so fun. I just hope it's not tomorrow, because I have work tomorrow. And the first day of my period, no, the second day is definitely the worst, but the first is always not good either. So I'm hoping that's not the case. I mean, if it happens, it happens. Like, it's not the end of the world. It hurts, but I'm used to it. But this is nice. Like, fresh bedding, fresh me. Had a productive day. I'm feeling good. I got my pretty lights on. And my room is so tidy and clean, and I feel really good right now about everything. I could get some sleep. I've had a busy yesterday, technically, and I have a busy day today. And I've just finished watching the 3 AM Club, so that's good. I'm all caught up. It's a podcast by Caitlin and Leah, and I'm not crying, by the way. It's like my eyes watering. And yeah, I feel tired but good. Spoons wise, before I go to sleep, I would say I'm at 2 spoons and 3 forks. Yeah. Anyways. Good night, guys. See you in the morning, or later on in the morning. Night night. Actually, one more thing before I go to sleep. I was thinking about it. And these videos are kind of like, what I was doing with my logs in therapy. Minus on video form rather than typing it out in my phone notes. So that's good. Because I have stopped my therapy logs. But I still need to type out the ones I got all the notes of on my phone. But I've stopped writing notes on my phone. But these are kind of like that. And I've been using stuff I learned in my webinar, which is good. But yeah. Spoon status 1. Fork status. Night. 7th of June, 8:30. And I definitely borrowed spoons from today for yesterday, and forks. There's a good analogy with using the metaphor in what people sometimes say when they borrow spoons. And I didn't realise what I was doing yesterday, because I was like, oh, it's fine, it's fine. Well, I did. It's hard to explain. And I've just woke up. Bear with. Hello. I did actually dress in an outfit today, and then got cold, so I got my avocados over it. I got this t-shirt on, my necklace, my green trousers. But then I got cold, so avocados. Got some earrings in. Let me show you guys real quick. These purple clouds, this no face, and then on this ear, obviously my tragus always stay on my cartilage, and then heart, cloud, no face. Yes. But yeah, what I was trying to explain this morning is basically with the spoon theory, people sometimes say that you can borrow spoons from one day, like today for example, to use another day. So if you do too much, then the next day you might not have as many spoons because you used a lot of your energy, and now it's paying into the next day. Basically overdoing yourself and being tired the next day is kind of what it means. And I definitely felt it when I woke up this morning. I was like, oh, I'm tired. But I'm making myself a nice cup of tea. So that's good. And yeah, I mean, I see why people use the spoon theory. I get it. If I had to say the amount of spoons I have right now, I'd say I have about 4, maybe 3, 4. 4. I'm gonna say 4. And then fork-wise, like mental energy, I'm say I have about 6. So I feel more mentally awake than I do physically. So that's what I'd say. But again, it's just a little metaphor that people use. So yeah, it's just a metaphor, really. But it can be helpful to explain stuff to people. I'm sure people use it effectively in their own lives to manage their own energy or to explain to other people. What am I doing? I need the milk. Are we sure it's 6? Are we sure it's 6 forks? But no, I do stuff like that all the time. Yeah, I think it can be a good way to use in your life to think about the energy you use, and a good way to maybe explain to people. Yeah, maybe. Another thing that I kept thinking about yesterday was the boom and bust cycle, because like that's about when you like use all this energy because you have the energy and then you get exhausted. That's kind of what I do a lot, because to be honest, what kind of works for me is if I start stopping and starting, I'll either lose motivation mentally or I'll just get really drained and lose my energy window. So sometimes for me personally, it's better to just power through things whilst I have the energy and then crash, because obviously it won't get done. So I guess it really depends on you and how you want to use your energy. What was it? I was something I thought about yesterday. Oh yeah, flowers. Basically, there is a song by Ethan Jewell called Bouquet, and I love that song. And it's basically kind of showing like the social and emotional energy side of like he gave away all his flowers to people who needed it, but now he has none left for himself. And that's a good analogy for like emotions. Like he tried to be there for people. I can't find the thing that we put tea bags in, so I might have to just use a cup. But yeah, he tried to be there for people, gave away all his flowers, so to speak, and then had none left for himself to emotionally regulate himself. It's a really good song, I recommend. It's called Bouquet by Ethan Jewell. I love Ethan Jewell. It's like musical poetry. Love it. I've loved it since about, I think I was 19, I think. Yeah, I was 19. Because I discovered it when I was doing my art course. When I was like researching, and I came across his music as I was on my art course, and I used a lot of his songs in my work research actually, so yeah. It is 43 minutes past 9, I've just eaten, so hopefully that helps keep my energy up. And I still got my cup of tea to drink now, which will be good temperature to drink now. 9:48, change of plan. I'm going on a walk with my sister and brother and the dogs. This is the fit. It is now 12:33. The walk was alright, and we went on quite a long walk and then came home, talked to my mum. I'm freezing now though. I do like my outfit. I'm freezing. So I'm going to put back on the avocado. Getting a bit of a burny headache and feel tired, but I'm going to have my cup of tea that I've made. Put this on to warm me up, because I'm getting quite cold. It's better, I'm very cold at the moment. Yeah, very cold. Spoons wise, I'm gonna say I'm at, how many spoons? 3 and I'm at 2 forks. I feel like mentally I'm a bit more drained. But yeah. Actually, I'm going to change my answer because I thought about it in a good way, right? I'm at 2 spoons because I'm quite tired physically. I'm at 3 forks mentally, like, yeah. And then I'm at 1.5 flowers socially. Because I've done a lot of socialising with my family and I just want to be left alone. In fact, I'm at 1 flower, not even going to lie. Not even 1.5, I'm at 1. 1 flower socially. I'm kind of like, need my own space now. Done a lot of socialising. I'm liking these analogies, not going to lie. I'm really liking them. Feel free to use them in your life. Hopefully this helps someone. Yeah. I don't know. It's just an interesting way of thinking about things, to be honest. Yeah. I think it definitely is an interesting way of looking at things. I've been thinking a lot about these energy cycles. Like the boom and bust cycle and how that could be applied. Like, I've technically followed that cycle of like using my energy when I had it and then crashing out. That's what I tend to do, but it tends to work for me better than stopping and starting, because that, in a way, if I like stop and start too much, then I'm just like, I find it harder to get going. So, I mean, to each their own, to be honest. What works for someone might not work for you and vice versa. But it is very interesting. I'm trying to turn on my laptop right now, but it is very interesting, to be fair, and how like you use the energy you have and how that can carry on into the next day or the next week or the next whatever. Like, for example, if I was to run, I'm not supposed to, but if I was to run, that would take up my energy for like a week, maybe 2, especially physically. And emotionally it can be quite taxing if you're in a lot of pain. And sorry, I was like typing on my laptop. Saw my finger moving across the screen. But yeah, and then the flowers is a really good one to think about, like socially. Like, a lot of time when we feel mentally tired, what we actually mean is we're like socially and emotionally tired, rather than like mental capability tired. So a lot of times where I was feeling like mentally drained, yeah, but also it could be that I'm just socially drained. So that's where the flowers would come into the analogy. Spoons, forks and flowers. What an interesting combo. But yeah, it's just hold on, I think my name's being called. Right, so I just did some Googling, and this is by the University of Greenwich. It says, I put spoon theory, borrowing spoons for the next day. And it came up with, the first thing was, this means that you may have to borrow spoons from the next day. For instance, if you woke up with 12 spoons and used 14, you may borrow the extra 2 spoons for tomorrow. However, this means that you will only have 10 spoons for tomorrow. So, kind of like when you like outdo yourself, like energy-wise, and then the next day you can't do as much because you used the spoons that you should have saved for the next day. It's a very interesting analogy for sure. I definitely find it very interesting. This is by goodsrx.com. What is the daily spoon analogy? According to spoon theory, people without a disability or chronic health condition wake up with enough spoons to tackle the expectations of their day. I'm just going to put a pin in that sec. I disagree. I think there are a lot of factors that go into energy, regardless if you're disabled or not, but carrying on. They can tend to their body, home, job or studies and social plans and not worry that they'll run out of energy. Again, I'm going to put a pin in that. I don't necessarily agree. I think just because you're not disabled or have a health condition doesn't mean that you don't have stuff that wears on your energy and can make it harder to care for your body, home, job and studies. I think everyone struggles with that, especially like in nowadays. There is so much pressure on people, and really, as a society, we are working ourselves to death, and we're working ourselves in the ground, and there's a lot of emotional stress and social stress and job stress and neurodivergency. I know a lot of like neurodivergent people like the spoon theory because they might not have a physical condition, but being neurodivergent is also exhausting in its own ways. And even if you're not disabled, not neurodivergent, life itself can be exhausting. So I don't necessarily agree that everyone without a disability wakes up and can do everything. However, I do agree that it is harder when you have a disability to do those things than it would be if you didn't have the disability. So I see their point, but I do think that people struggle to juggle home, job, studies, social plans, regardless of if they are disabled or neurodivergent or not. I think society at the moment is very draining in general for everyone. So I get what they're saying, but I don't necessarily agree with the statement that they can do all of those things and that they won't run out of energy. They might not run out of energy as fast, but I definitely think they would still run out of energy. Like, regardless if you're not disabled or anything like that, like neurodivergent, like I just said. If you try to balance home, job, studies, and social plans in one day, you would definitely run out of energy. I don't care who you are. Like, you would definitely be exhausted by the end of that day. Are you telling me that, like, you know what I mean? Like, what superhuman juggles all of those things and leaves the end of the day like, oh, I've got so much energy. Like, you know. However, I do believe that having a disability and a neurodivergence does make you run out of energy faster. Like, for example, walking up the stairs. I'm out of breath, right? Someone without a disability, they might still be a bit like, ooh, like that was like a bit hard, but they wouldn't be like gasping in the corner. You know what I mean? Like, they might be if they have, like, what I'm trying to say is, I think energy-wise, definitely disabilities come into how much energy is being used. I definitely use way too much energy than I should. But regardless, I think life at the moment is exhausting for everyone. I do stand by that. I think how it's supposed to be used is as a basic outline. You know, as a basic energy thing, like about basic, like a basic rundown. It's not supposed to be like an exact, complete, like, you have to exactly know how many spoons and, but the thing with this is how my brain works. I've just been trying to add stuff into it because I'm like, that's not enough, that doesn't cover enough, and I'm quite an over-explainer by nature. I feel like I have to explain myself a lot. I just over-explain myself all the time. So I feel like the spoon theory isn't like deep enough for me. I'm like, oh no, this leaves so many unanswered questions, so many unanswered things, and oh my god, this is being left out. But it is good in the basic sense. And to be honest, with stuff like theories and analogies, use it to how it suits you. Don't, like, with stuff like this, like, trying to follow it step by step isn't going to work. Because everyone's experiences and everyone's energy and everyone's, like, stuff like this is different. Lives are different. How you think is different. Someone could take that spoon theory and just use it as is. For someone like myself, I'm going to pick it apart a little bit because that's just how my brain works. A little bit. Maybe a lot of it, but, you know. What I'm trying to say is, like, with these theories, these energy theories, use them how you see fit. Like today and yesterday, I've been using them and adapting them to suit my life and how I think and what makes me feel comfortable. If you don't want to start adding spoons and forks and flowers all together, that's perfectly fine. In fact, that sounds simpler. But if it makes you feel better to add those extra layers, then go for it. Honestly, yes. At the end of the day, like, I feel like there's a lot of pressure to explain ourselves, especially when, like, you're disabled. Like, I obviously have had cerebral palsy since birth, so, I feel like I over-explain myself a lot, because I've always had to kind of have a reason, or get ready to explain how I'm feeling to those who don't get it. Like, I feel like I've always had to defend myself in a way, you know, and be like, well, I use twice as much energy, and like I get a lot of judgment. Like, I did get a lot of judgment, I feel like people can tell when you're different, and sometimes they're not the nicest about it. And even if people are completely lovely, sometimes you just cannot help but over-explain yourself. You just can't help it. Like, especially me, I just can't help over-explaining myself. It's just how I am. I'm quite an anxious person. I'm socially anxious. I over-explain myself. But the spoon theory, it has its pros, it has its cons, as everything in life. But it's not bad. When I first saw it, I was like, that's not gonna help. But I think adapted to how you want to use it, it could be good. It's been helpful, and there's a lot of spoon theories. I'm like reading this list right now. Spoon theory autism, spoon theory fibromyalgia, spoon theory bipolar, spoon theory FND, which is functional neurological disorder, spoon theory MS. What's MS long for? I know what it is. It's like the chronic fatigue thing, but I can't remember what the full name for it is. Spoon theory fatigue, spoon theory neurodivergency, spoon theory for burnout, spoon theory for mental health. See, this is what I mean. Like, the spoon theory should be not a one-size-fits-all, like, everyone uses it the same. Because that's not how life works. I'm sure you can adapt the spoon theory to pretty much anything. Like, even if you're not disabled or neurodivergent, maybe you have bad mental health or rocky mental health, you could use it then. Like, maybe you have a really terrible work-home life balance and you want to use the spoon theory then. I don't think we should be gatekeeping the spoon theory. I think it could be very helpful to help anyone, to be honest. Like, I feel like the spoon theory could help anyone that struggles with their energy management. And energy management isn't just for disabled people or neurodivergent people or mental health, or, like, the spoon theory and, like, energy management and boom and bust could be applied to life in general. However, I do think it is helpful for those that are, like I said, like, chronically ill or health struggles or disabilities or neurodivergent. Like, I get why a lot of those, like, communities, as if I'm not in the community as well, but I get why it's gravitated towards, especially by the community. So I get it. But honestly, I think, like, anyone could be mindful of how they're using their energy, and anyone could use it to better their energy management or understand how they're using their energy and be more gracious of themselves. I really do believe that. It could, in a way, I think the spoon theory could be used, especially in a good way, to bring self-kindness and be like, hey, you know what? That's okay. We have limited spoons today. That's okay. We have more spoons today. That's okay. Take things at our own pace and do things how we want to, and have some more self-kindness about it. Because honestly, life is hard, and you don't need to be, like, making it harder on yourself by, like, shaming yourself. I need to take that advice as well. But honestly, I think the spoon theory could be good if you want to use it, but obviously don't feel obligated to. And I'm not going to be every single day counting bloody spoons, forks and flowers, but sometimes it's nice. So yeah, hope you guys get what I'm saying, and hope that this video helped someone, even if it was just interesting, or maybe you're going to apply some of this stuff to your life. I will definitely be doing more videos on this stuff, for sure. I think it's so interesting. There's a lot to cover. There is a lot to go through. This was kind of just like me trying to apply it to my daily life, really, this video, and understanding it more, and talking through the theory a bit more. And yeah, it's been good. Yeah, I've really liked filming this video, and I do want to get back into more in-depth videos, and hopefully this helped someone, or you found it interesting, or you have stuff you want to tell me. Please comment down below if you have anything you want to tell me as well. Maybe there's some insight I didn't think of and would be helpful towards me, maybe, or helpful towards someone reading the comments, or stuff you liked, stuff you might use, stuff you probably wouldn't use, about the spoon theory, boom and bust cycle, energy management theories in general. Any energy management theories I didn't mention that you think I might find interesting or helpful, please let me know. Anything in particular you want to say, let me know. Preferably kind, but yeah, thank you for watching. I do really appreciate it. Please follow my Instagram at Madalada Munden -2 on Instagram, and I do need to do more on that. And thank you for watching. I do really appreciate it. Me and words today are just not it. I do really appreciate it. I really do hope you enjoyed the video, found it interesting, anything like that. Let me know if there's anything you want to see from me. I do content on this channel on disabilities and mental health and stuff like that, and disabilities, and chronic pain and stuff like that. I do have another channel, Madalada Munden. That's more just personal craziness. I don't even know what to describe Madeleine Munden as, but check it out if you want to. Oh my god, guys, before I end the video, I literally just saw something that really intrigued me. What is the difference between spoon and fork theory? Fork theory came about as an elaboration of the phrase, stick a fork in me, I'm done. Unlike spoon theory, which posits something you have at the beginning of the day that gets taken away, fork theory says that everyone is stuck with forks, large and small, all day, and that eventually they reach their limit. And that is by medium.com, Spoon Theory and Fork Theory, Invisible Illness. That's really interesting. I'm going to look more into that. That might be a whole video in itself. That's really intrigued me. Kind of like appealing to the fork theory, like not the way I was using it throughout this video of like mental forks, but in the sense of like all the little things you go through throughout the day and people sticking a fork in you, and then you're just like, oh, I'm done, that's enough forks for me, no, too much, bye. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna look more into that. That's really interesting. Let me know if you like to see that. Okay, bye. And yeah, I'm gonna leave this video here because it's probably really long, but I hope you guys did enjoy it. It was kind of vloggy, kind of talky, like a mix and match, but hopefully it was enjoyable. Thank you so much for watching. I do really appreciate it. Subscribe if you want to. Have a lovely day. I hope you had a lovely day. And yeah. Bye guys. Bye bye.